Good morning, everybody. So I just got up. I'm caught up pretty late. I got up at 7, which is like the latest I've gotten up since I've been here. But I was so tired, and I took a Benadryl last night because my nose has been bothering me. I'm in the kitchen this time. But I am all ready. I'm going to head to Griffith Observatory. So I have to take the red line over there. So I have to take a bus to get to the red line, take the red line, and then take another bus. Because Uber is way too expensive, and it doesn't take you like all the way. But I'm super excited about going to Griffith. I wanted to go last night because I wanted to see like the view from the city, but I knew it would probably be super busy on a Saturday, so I'm gonna go on a Sunday morning and see how it is and spend most of my time there. And then the red line goes down to Universal City Walk. Well, it takes you closer to the studio, so I'm gonna head over there later, and then I'm going to head to Universal, later today, so I'm really excited about that. So I need to go catch this bus, and we'll check in later. Bye!
Ang imong mask pag
in the Samuel Ocean Planetarium. If you have a ticket for this show, please proceed to the West Terrace located out.
What is that? Right? So we have a moon, right? And we have orbit around the sun. So we have another smaller object orbits us, but we're kind of in charge of how they move, not the other way around. Pluto, on the other hand, for Pluto. Right? There are other objects out there that you can see. There are hundreds of thousands of space. Is that in this huge universe, maybe we are the only games, right? Maybe we're the only one that ever existed or ever will exist. I can't hear you.
taking the elevator in?
so excited! Woo! Oh, this is amazing! Wow, I'm here!
Entertainment capital of the city. Once again, if you have a day night or night combo ticket, the entrances are going to be on the right-hand side of the plaza. Day night combo tickets on the
Everything is rosy now. Looking at the world.
Hey, hello. Good to see you. What's up, girl? How you doing? Good to see you right there. Hello. Oh, you videotape me right now. Oh, man, she's videoing me.
Hi,
right
Donkey.
Now. Look at hello. What's your name?
Erica.
Erica. Nice to meet you, Erica.
Nice to meet you.
Anything I can do for you today, Erica? What can I do for you?
Can you sing?
Can I sing?
Yeah.
Sing? I don't know. I'm very shy. You know, I don't really like to sing in front of people and stuff like that. You know, I'm very shy and everything. It's just kind of, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
Woo!
I'm in love. Woo! I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Do 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 do. Like I said, I'm not much of a singer.
Yeah,
I don't really sing too
woo! That
much.
was so good.
Very shy and everything. I don't really like to, you know, I'm very introverted and all that stuff. Very quiet donkey, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Also, there is no smoking, please. As you step on the escalators, please stand in the center of the step.
Welcome towards the center of Tran. Safety first. Stay seated. Please, no smoking of any kind while on tour. That's a big no-no. But be prepared. Our tour today does feature loud noises, sunshine movements, fire effects, and many water effects. Please do not use any mouth and chin for the entire duration of the tour. Now, there is a wrap. There's tables, the newsstands, some lights. Those normally aren't even there. Our art department added it for the TV show Keenan, starring Keenan Thompson. They literally filmed here yesterday. So most likely they'll leave it up for a couple more days as they film more on that set. But people like to use our metropolitan set.
Oh my god.
I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up on the edge. Kong literally does it. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island. Here you have.
Oh, it's so cool.
Now, a lot of the cars we just passed by do not actually work. Most of them are put together. I have some Jurassic Park music we'll enjoy instead. All this drama going on in there. So you may notice that there's also a little wet in the scene, and that's because in the scene it's also raining. But when we were filming it was not raining, we actually had to make that on our own as well. Now we can angle a lot of things. Although kind of refreshing for a hot day like this, so it might be worth it. A lot, but was recently seen in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. On it, it's actually just a little bit smaller than.
Mine hit the ground first.
Royal engagement. Anne Hathaway, Abigail Breslin walk like princesses, waving, oh, nice and beautifully, on the street along with the Genovian Children's Home. However, we also had some actions from pirates here, because this was Port Royale in Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest,
That's
Curse of the Black Pearl, and At World's End. So, lots of action here. We've also had some projects that filmed here. And right now, this area to the right is known as our birthplace, our Universal Monsters. Hi! So this is our perch on Miracles. It all started in the 1930s. So we've had classic characters that were born here, including Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, he's standing right there, hi friend, as well as the creature from the Black Lagoon. Classic characters. Perfect to tell you where you're at. For example, on the right, we have a sign that says Welcome to San Francisco. So we can kind of assume we're somewhere in although that might be kind of hard to do considering there's another shark in the water. Happening when they were filming Jaws. Most of the times, Steven Spielberg's mechanical shark that he had on set did not want to work, like ever. In fact, his shark kept breaking down. The entire production ended up having to shoot about 5.
It was all designed around visions. He said, yeah, sit down and talk about the world. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good.
There's a picture. I'm so hungry. Y'all, I just did the studio tour. It was absolutely amazing. I was so emotional seeing everything, and they even had some interviews with Peter Jackson. It was so cool. Now I'm eating in Jurassic World because I want to get on that ride, but it's a really long wait. But I want to eat because I'm not eating all day. Also, earlier today, I went to Hogsmeade and I went to use the bathroom. I left my phone in the bathroom. I realized it as I was walking. I was kind of a little bit further away. I ran back. I almost ran into people. And luckily, oh my gosh, the woman cleaning found it right away, and she's like, "This is yours," and I unlocked it for her. I was freaking out. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I like almost left it in there. Huh, that was really scary. But I'm having a great time. It was really overwhelming at first because there's so much to do, and like I downloaded the map and that helped me a lot. I originally was gonna come wait in the Jurassic World line, and I was like, oh no, the studio tour ends sooner, so I went all the way back. Man, it is exhausting. I probably smell terrible, but I'm having a great time. Even though I probably won't get on many rides, I'm happy to be here and just experience it all. So I haven't updated. Griffith Observatory was amazing. A little small and kind of crowded, so I did as much as I could, but it was just cool to go see, you know? I'm gonna eat, and I'll update y'all later. Bye! Hey everybody, it's my last day and I'm so sad about it. My last morning here, I mean it's not even a full day. I leave, I'm gonna try to get to the airport by like 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish. But I'm just so sad. Horror Nights, I'm sorry I didn't really vlog that much. I was having the best time. Like I can barely talk because we were like screaming. I didn't really scream, but like, I mean, I can't talk that well because I made some friends while I was there and we were talking a lot and it was just like, ugh. My allergies were acting up a lot last night though too. Anyway, yesterday was so much fun. Like I said, I made some friends. I was in the, I did the Purge like tram first, which I don't know if I mentioned that. I felt like it was kind of boring, but maybe it's because it was still daylight. And then after that I went to the Haunting of Hill House, and that's where I met these people. They were so sweet, and they were like, you want to tag along with us? Because I didn't have anyone else obviously to hang out with, but I was like fine on my own, but it was really nice to hang out with them. So we went to the Haunting of Hill House, which was amazing, probably my favorite, honestly. And then after that we went to, right next to it was like the Curse of Pandora's Box. That one was cool. I mean, it was like, I didn't really know I didn't get that theme. I don't know what it's based from. And then after that we went to, where did we go? The Halloween one, like the Michael Myers. And then we went to the Exorcist. The Exorcist line was literally like 2 hours long, like no joke. I mean, I think it took us a good like hour and a half to get to that front entrance. And it was so funny because we were right next to the building. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're about to go inside. We kind of look and we're like, oh my god, is that more line? We get in, it's literally just a whole like another set of queues, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it was insane how like long that wait was. It was worth it. I mean, I don't think it's worth like an hour and 30 to be waiting for like a 2-minute maze, if that. People move so quickly because they're so scared. I'm not that scared of haunted houses. I really wish I could just like walk really slow, take my time. Especially because if you're right next to somebody else, you already hear them getting scared, and it's like, you know what's gonna come up. But I had so much fun anyway. I went to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one by myself, but I also made a couple more friends in line. They were super nice. So I went through and kind of by myself, but like they were behind me. And then after that I left. It was only like 11:30 when I left, but I wanted to make sure I got back to the studio safely. It was just so much fun. I kind of regret not getting a t-shirt. I got the Jurassic World t-shirt, which is super cute, and I really love it. But now I'm kind of bummed I didn't get a Horror Nights one. I was looking at them, but I didn't want to spend another $30 on another t-shirt. Like, I have so many shirts. But I kind of regret it because, like, it would have been a nice reminder to have. But it's fine. I'll just have to go back next year. I could have made it a collection. Oh well. But I might try to find one online or something. Anyway, I am packing up. My suitcase is, like, so jam-packed. Even though I didn't even buy that. I didn't really get any souvenirs here. Except the shirt and, like, a book and some stuff for my friends and family. But like, they were all like really small things that I knew I could fit, except the Iron Man plush that I had to shove in there. But I think I just didn't fold my clothes as well as I did last time. But I want to be able to get my jeans out because I want to change at the airport, because I know it'll probably be chilly when I get back to Chicago. So that is it for this update right now. I'm gonna head over to Hollywood Forever Cemetery really quick, come back here, wait for my cousin, and then hopefully he can take me over to the Grove. And I really want to go see the original farmers market that's over there. I have mosquito bites all over my ankles, and I'm very annoyed about it. My legs are hairy. Anyway, I'm so sad to be leaving. Like, I really don't want to go back. I definitely have to make this a regular thing. I love it here so much. So anyway, I think I'm gonna also make like a video going into more detail about my trip and like what to know when you're traveling to LA and like things you should do. But not that I'm like unofficial, like good at this kind of thing, but I definitely have some like advice. But that is it for this update right now. Like I said, I'm gonna finish packing, make sure I have everything, and then head over to the cemetery just because it's cool. I want to see it. And yeah, I'll check back in later. Bye. Peacock. Just hanging out. Goodbye, West Hollywood apartment. You were so nice. Hopefully one day I'll come back. I don't want to leave. This place is so pretty. One day I'll come back. Had a great day.
Yeah, you still may score a good C.
Maybe it won't be crowded.
Parking lots.
Wow.
The rice milk. So, hey. Oh, I saw your, I think,
Uh-huh. Yep, look at these. If I need Halloween books.
and then they're brand new. Oh, that's like the, Mario. He was in Saved by the Bell.
Mario Lopez?
Yeah!
Okay.
I would always see him like doing a show at the Grove.
Really? That's cool. Oh wait, this is a theater. Oh.
Grove photo. The other day came back and they're like way too expensive.
Obviously.
This place is popular too. Umami. The ground he'll walk around, the chair he just sits there. Or yeah. That's what we always say too, like, oh, just go inside and order, but there's the same amount to like this far.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to hop on here and I realized while I was editing that I never concluded the vlog. I couldn't really conclude it mainly because I got home super late and I just didn't talk about the ending, but I just wanted to come on here and just talk about how grateful I am that I got to go on this trip. I felt like it was such a great experience, such a great like independent like learning moment for me, and it was just everything I could have imagined and more. And now that I've done it, I definitely feel even more confident doing it again. I want to make it like an annual thing until I can move there. I loved it so much and it's so incredible over there, and yeah, it's not like as glitzy and glamorous as some people think, but it was everything to me. Like when I got there, it immediately felt like I knew I could call it home, like I would call it home one day, which is just such a crazy feeling. You don't know how to like explain it. I don't travel much though, so everything is kind of astonishing to me that I get to do because I just never travel. I don't really get to go places or anything. And it was such a like a spur of the moment decision. You know, I just kind of was like, let me just do it. I just realized my TV is not muted. Hold on. It was not loud, but yeah. But anyway, so like I didn't really have a huge plan at first. I just kind of decided to do it, and I felt very inspired and encouraged, especially by my acting teacher, who kind of was like, you know what, just do it, you'll have so much fun. And she's my favorite ever, so I'm happy that I listened to her. And I booked the flight really early. Like I did it as soon as I like knew I wanted to go. The flight was the first thing I booked, and I did it through Southwest. It was so cheap and it was perfect. And then I did the Airbnb, and of course, as you know, it didn't go completely as planned, but it was honestly better than I had anticipated, because I was originally going to stay with somebody who just had like an extra room in their house and like an older guy, which would have been fine, but it was so much better having my own privacy and my own like little kitchen and everything to myself. It was just perfect, and even though I paid more, it was definitely worth it. As I was planning this trip, I was doing a ton of research, so I highly recommend if you ever plan a trip to LA, definitely do your research. I watched a lot of travel vlogs, and just so like people were giving tips on how to save money and how to just get more locations and how to just find everything on your own. And that helped me a lot. It helped me find new places that I wanted to try. I just did a ton of research, and I obviously knew some things that I wanted to get to while I was there. The thing about Los Angeles is that it's super spread out. Like, it's not just like Los Angeles, it's like you have all these other areas in there, like Malibu, Santa Monica, Venice Beach, all these places like Runyon Canyon, all these little locations inside of it, little neighborhoods, kind of like Chicago, but even more. So my biggest advice is definitely make an itinerary, and here's my itinerary. I started making this really early on just by journaling and, like I said, Googling and watching YouTube for it. I kept writing down new locations, I kept writing down restaurants and food places I wanted to try, and I planned everything by kind of like where they were at. I wanted all of my locations to be pretty close together, or like knew I wanted to hit specific things that I knew were like close by. Like, because LA is so spread out, you really have to like plan it. You really have to plan to make sure you're not going all over the place and just going crazy. So my biggest thing is definitely planning. Like, I had my like arrival and my day 2, day 3, and then on the back is like day 4 and day 5, and everything I planned made sure I like fit it into specific areas. It changed a lot. Like, when I discovered that some things weren't open certain days, or like actually something was located somewhere else, that kind of thing. So this was my final copy, and even then I had to change a couple things when I got there. For example, like, instead of, I wanted to do Venice Beach in the morning, we went to Malibu instead just to work through my cousin's schedule. My cousin is amazing. He picked me up from the airport and took me back and got me to Venice, downtown LA, and a few other places, and I am just so grateful for him. Like, Greg, if you see this, thank you so much. You're literally the best. I could not have done this without you, and you just, having you there as like support, and it was such a big comfort to me to be able to check in and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And it was just nice to, you gave me that freedom and also that encouragement, and it was just the best time. So I love you so much. Thank you. My cousin's the absolute best. Anyway, so there were a couple things that changed, but I love being able to like check off things that I did, and pretty much I hit almost everything. There were a couple of restaurants I didn't get to that, you know, ended up being closed, or like I just didn't have time, or I found other things. But definitely make an itinerary. That was my huge thing. Like, I didn't want it to be super strict, like I had to be here by this and this and this, but I wanted it to be like a thing that it was planned out. Like, I didn't want to just wing everything. I wanted to make sure that I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't trying to be super strict about it, because there are some people who were like, no, we have 2 hours to do this, 1 hour to do that. Like, no, I did not want to do that to myself, because it was supposed to be really fun, and I didn't want to make it like stressful. My next tip, if you're trying to save money when you go to LA, is definitely use the public transit system. Okay, a lot of people will be kind of shocked I say this, because I know LA does not have a great public transit. It's not really, they need to put more money into it, which I heard they might because of the Olympics going over there, but we'll see. Their public transit system is not as good as it is here in Chicago, and I'm used to it. Like, I'm used to the city life here and just getting everywhere via transit. And LA just, they are not as good. It's like, if they just put more money into it, it would be so much better. But they have a train system and they have buses. I did not know, except my Uber driver did mention it, but I didn't believe him, and I was kind of worried about hopping on the bus and not paying. The buses are currently free in LA, so I think because of COVID they took away the bus fees. So that is like good and bad. I bought the $25 Metro Pass and it's only good for the train. I only took the train for 1 day, as I don't think I even showed it in the vlog, but I took it on my 4th day because I had to get to like where Griffith was and Universal, but I ended up taking buses as well. I did spend $25 on a pass I only got to use for 1 day, and I would have only spent like $5 had I only did the 1 day pass, but I didn't know that. And the buses are free, which is good, but it's also kind of ill because a lot of random people hop on those buses and you just have to be very cautious and aware of your surroundings. It's like there were so many strange people taking the transit, even on the bus that was like, I don't even know how much regularly, like $1.50, but it was just very dirty and a lot of sketchy people, which that's pretty much all of Hollywood. All of LA is very, there are a lot of weirdos out there. That's any big city, of course, but I was very like taken aback by just how like there's just a lot of strange people. But as you know, on my day 3 vlog, that I did get followed by a homeless person, and it's sad, but it was also just very annoying, and I've never had that happen here, knock on wood. But so you definitely need to be cautious. But I did save a lot of money because I took the buses, but the main problem is that you have to wait a lot. Like I was waiting, my day 2 was very frustrating. I think I got kind of stressed out, as I mentioned in that vlog, because I was like trying to take the public transportation, like I was trying to take the bus and save money, but at the same time, man, they were taking so long to get there, and I know traffic in LA is really bad, so that obviously doesn't help. The buses, they go decently, like they have decent routes, they just take forever. And the train system, it's not like it's just not as widespread as like other cities, so that is one of the major problems. But again, you do save a lot of money by taking public transit. I only Ubered a couple of times, and that was mostly when it was something really far. The day when I went to Lake Hollywood Park, I Ubered, and I did Uber back from Universal from Hollywood and Highland, so it was only like $7. But the reason I did that was because I was waiting for a bus for a really long time, and it was a Sunday night, and it was really sketchy outside. So always be aware of your surroundings and just be safe, be cautious. Don't wear headphones around usually, like, you know, just be very, make sure all your stuff is secure. My other tip for traveling to LA is pack lightly. I mean, unless you're staying for a long time, but I only had one little bag, my Kavu bag, and I love it. It's cute over the shoulder. It's in my closet, I don't feel like getting it out, but it's a cute over the shoulder bag. It's actually quite spacious, and it fit pretty much everything I needed for every single day. And even like when I was going on the plane, it was just such a cute bag, and it was so comfortable. Like I never felt like it like was hurting me or anything because I was walking a lot. Also, walking shoes, have good walking shoes. Next time I go, I want to get a pair of good like hiking shoes because I really want to go on more hikes. But I wore my Birkenstocks. It's funny because I wanted a Kavu bag for such a long time, and I bought it for this trip, and I'm so happy I did. And I bought Birkenstocks specifically for this trip. Make sure you break in your Birkenstocks though, which I had a couple days, like a week or so before, because my feet never like hurt. I mean, I feel like sometimes they did, but I literally wore my Birkenstocks every single day on that trip. Every single day, for every single thing, and I never had any problems. So that was definitely a great investment. So just make sure you have good walking shoes, walking sandals, anything like that, because I saved a lot of money by walking a lot of places, and that was such a good experience too, just getting to know the areas. And it just it was just such a happy feeling doing so much on my own. I was very independent, and when I like made it to a new location by myself, I just felt so good about it. Like my day 2 when I made it from the Me Academy Museum, when my cousin took me there, so thank you, Greg. But I went to the La Brea Tar Pits, which is right next to it. That is like a big thing. Make sure, like I mentioned, just like plan everything so that it's in the same locations. The only thing for day 2, I ended up going all the way to Beverly Hills, only for like 20 minutes at most, so that was kind of pointless. But then the bus that I took there also ended up taking me all the way to Santa Monica. So I tried to, like I said, plan everything where it wouldn't be super inconvenient and out of the way, and luckily my cousin was able to pick me up and take me to Venice Beach that night, so that was very helpful, like so nice of him. But my favorite day that like made this whole trip just a dream was absolutely my day 3 when I got to go to the Dolby Theater. And as I mentioned in the vlog, like I feel like people don't know about these tours, so I'm trying to spread the word because it was the best 30-45 minutes of my whole life. And it was like, it was so unreal. Like, I'm emotional still when I talk about it. Like, the fact that I got to walk on the stage for the Academy Awards, and then I got this program, like, it was just absolutely unreal. I am terrible at putting it into words, but my emotions are just everywhere. It was such a good feeling, and I like miss it so much. So even though I've done it before, I definitely want to do it again, and I hope I end up there one day on that stage for real, because my dream would just be like, oh, 10 years ago I walked on here in Birkenstocks, and now I'm like wearing these, I don't know, really nice fancy heels or something. But day 3 was just a dream, and that was also the day we did downtown LA. And then the last day, as you saw, well, the last 2 days, the day 4 was Universal and Griffith and everything like that. I'm not going to go into all that because obviously I talked about it. But so yeah, my days were just amazing. If you need to bring something, definitely don't forget lip balm. I forgot lip balm and my lips were so dry. Sunscreen, I had tons of sunscreen. I always put it on. And like a hat, definitely once you're, especially when you're higher up, like where the hills are, if you're up high, like you need to wear a hat or something because the sun just feels so fierce. But the weather there is perfect. I will be moving there one day because I hate rain and I hate cold, and it's just, everything there is beautiful. But I feel like I'm not talking enough about this trip, but I just want to wrap it up. I just want to conclude it in a proper way and just be like, I just want to tell you that this trip was so worth it. I am so happy that I took this trip. Like, I can't even explain it. I have to make it an annual thing. Like, I really have to, because I loved it there so much. I'm happy I planned it out and I got to pretty much everything I wanted to. I had so much freedom and independence there, and my cousin was so great in helping me get around and just being there for me in case I needed something. And he was just absolutely the best. So thank you, Greg, for making this trip absolutely incredible. And I'm just shouting out to myself for doing this and taking a trip and taking the plunge and going on my own somewhere I've been wanting to go for so long. And it was a dream come true. So I'm so happy I took this trip. Thank you for following me along on this vlog. Like, thank you so much, because I know my vlogs may not always be the most exciting, but this trip meant the absolute world to me, and I can't imagine my life now without it. And it's definitely been a huge highlight of 2021. After COVID and everything, I mean, it's still COVID times, but you know, after everything was being locked down, and you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So I'm just so grateful that I took this trip, and I felt so inspired, reinvigorated of my passion, and I'm so determined to make it there one day. But that is all for this vlog. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. Hopefully I'll get to do some more traveling once in a while, but that is it. Thank you so much for following me, and I'll check in soon. Bye!